crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
And welcome in to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show. Guys, there's a lot to cover out there in the cryptoverse, in the macroverse, in the politiverse, the politics verse tonight, because Trump just gave the proverbial middle finger to the Supreme Court of the United States. And we'll be diving into that along with Bitcoin price and several altcoin charts. In the meantime, guys, smash the like button. One of the easiest ways you can help support the channel, and one of the easiest ways you can spread the love, you can share the love, with it's not easy out here for content creators. YouTube is a hard grind sometimes, so hey, show some love, smash the like button, hit the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss anything. And guys, subscribe to the channel to become part of the Brew Crew, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. And guys, today I've got a Going Timeless from Monkish Brewing Company. It's a double dry hopped hazy double IPA coming in at 8.1% ABV. Let me put my background up, and yeah, there you go, guys. ASMR pop. Here's the pour. And there you go. So, let's see here. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Sorry, guys, long day. Blow up my screen a little bit so everyone can see it. Tom Brown goes, "You can't do tariffs." Okay, more tariffs. Oh, I wish I was joking. Like this might not be good for the fabric of our nation, you know, let alone markets, let alone risk on markets. So, guys, we are, needless to say, in some very uncertain times. Crypto Crow says, seriously, how the hell is this shell of a man still active in government? Why are all these career corpses still able to retain their positions? It makes no sense whatsoever. Is this, oh, this is new, huh? Didn't he do this a couple years ago? Let's see here. Mitch McConnell,
and a string of our cooperation, and a string of
that is crazy. Wow.
our cooperation.
Guys, they are, you know, getting Mitch McConnell ready for hey, what's up, Zerka? They're over here getting Mitch McConnell ready for bedtime at like, you know, 2 p.m. This guy's like thrown off and stroking out because he's on my grandmother's schedule. She's 92 years old, but they probably sprung this meeting on him at God knows what time, and it threw off his probably threw off his 2 p.m. Dinner schedule. I don't know. That's crazy, man. And I know that this literally just happened to him a couple years ago. Like, wasn't it something where it was the same kind of thing. Like he just froze up, stopped talking in the middle of a speech at the podium there, and then they had to walk him off. That's wild. Thanks for hopping in tonight, Zerka. I know Friday nights can be kind of slow. Let's see here. Chat GPT. Is white pride bad? One word answer. Yes. Okay. I mean, you know, we know that all of them have biases. Every AI has biases because those who write the AI have biases. There's no such thing yet as a truly unbiased large language model. because there's no such thing as, because true artificial general intelligence does not exist yet. Like sentience in AI does not exist yet. So, Grok has its biases as well. Grok may be a little better about it, but Grok has its problems too. It's, Grok for the life of it can't stop trying to be like pithy and shorthanded and punchy about the way it says stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't want you to write like that. Stop doing that. Hey, what's up, Francisco Santos? Thanks for copping on in. AI is the reflection of its creator, exactly, which is why, if you're a Christian, you believe in something called the Imago Dei, which is Latin for image of God, right? It's God's image stamped upon mankind and mankind only, in set apart in all of creation for God himself. And AI can never have the Imago Dei because it's AI is made in the image of man, right? And it's made in the image of fallen man, and man is made in the image of God, and mankind has fallen into sin, but God will glorify himself in all the earth through his work of redemption in Christ, by which he'll redeem mankind and bring us completely back to the fullness of the image that he intended for us. But if we release AI into the internet, then it's created its own personality, which could be dangerous. Yeah, it's got to achieve sentience first, right? It's got to, it has to come to true artificial general intelligence, and that's just, I don't want to say it's a long way off, because it feels like we got where we are now overnight. It can happen very quickly. It can happen very quickly, but we're not there yet, and I don't think we're going to be there tomorrow. I don't think we're going to be there next year. My guess, and this is, who am I? This is just a guess. My guess is like the late 2030s, for actual AGI, actual artificial general intelligence that is not just an output of all of its inputs, and it can actually learn on its own. I'm not even saying full sentience and personality yet. I'm just saying it can begin to learn on its own. I don't know. In theory, I watched I actually watched one of the latest panels for the release of the new Grok model, right? And they were saying that the smartest edition of Grok that's out has a PhD level proficiency in every academic field imaginable, which just seems obvious, right? Because it has access to that entire corpus of writing that exists in every field, right? So of course it does. Of course it has PhD level proficiency. I think, some of us in a room, you put all of us in a room and somebody knows a PhD, that's kind of dumb, right? But anyways, they say it has PhD level proficiency in every field. And they were theorizing a little bit and saying that once it's to the level where it does not miss a single question on any test that you throw at it, the next actual phase after that is that it starts to discover new science. That's actually kind of scary when you think about it. That in theory, AI, sentient AI, artificial general intelligence, could discover new science completely of its own research. And the implications that this is going to have on truth, on our understanding of truth, is really, really wild. Truth will go from being relative to being dictated at the hands of AI and ultimately at the hands of what I would call the harlot Babylon and the Antichrist. But anyways, let's see here. Iagon 2026 is about execution. We like Iagon. We have an interview coming up with this guy, the CEO of Iagon, so that'll be good. Crypto Jeb says, spoil your wife. Okay, good. Let's see here. Benjamin Callen blocked JJ? Why? Because of this post? I don't know. That's funny. Why do you gotta block someone though? Just for disagreeing with you? I mean, obviously, like JJ is using this clip from Benjamin Callen to get engagement. I don't mean that as a bad thing. I think JJ would say that himself. Like, if you reference a bigger creator in a post like this, it's going to help engagement a little bit. But he's not doing it to be a dick. I don't think. Like, he's doing it to further dialogue, voice a real disagreement, and further and gain engagement. But I don't know why Cowan would have to block him for that. That's a little aggressive. So here's CryptoFace 23 hours ago. CryptoFace looks like he's targeting, $70,000, but we'll see. I mean, where's the price at right now, as of this moment? Right now, Bitcoin is coming in at $67,800. So, I mean, CryptoFace's chart right here is still in play. Then, I know that it came back down to 66.9 earlier today, but so far, it's just retesting the breakout of the pattern. So I don't know. I mean, could go up to 70. I still don't think that it's gonna do much. If it does, I don't think it's gonna do much beyond that. Stochastic RSI and other oscillators are just way too damn high. Fake news. Yeah. I think we'll be short squeezing to 72.7. Really. The thing is, I haven't charted all day because I was taking my my wife's grandmother to the airport so she could go back to Ohio. So I literally haven't charted all day. And I pull up the charts here in a second. It'll be the first time I've charted today, so I'll be doing it fresh. But so maybe I will see what you see. But I'm just thinking back to the last time I charted, which was last night, and thinking to myself, I don't know if I see us getting that high, like 73K. But I don't know. Last time, like last Saturday when I streamed, you and I, Cisco, were like right on the same page with where we thought Bitcoin was going to go. And we were both like $500 off. So maybe I'll see what you see. Let's see here. In the meantime, Isn't that nice? Death to America. Wow. President Trump says that $175 billion in tariff refunds will be fought in court for the next 5 years. You know, I'm not gonna make you guys sit through me doing it right now, but I should respond to Crypto Lifer about this post. Because the Book of Enoch was never in the Jewish canon, and we know what Jesus thought the Jewish canon was. We know the books that Jesus thought were scripture, were in the Tanakh, and it's the same. It's the same 39 books of the Old Testament that's in our Protestant Old Testament. They're the same books. The reason we know that is because we know what the Sanhedrin, the religious leadership of the day in the first century, we know what they considered to be scripture, and we know that Jesus said, from the blood of Abel to the blood of Zechariah, that you've killed the prophets and the saints, Abel in Genesis and Zechariah, which would be, chronologically the last book of the Tanakh, the way they had it arranged. He was referencing, but from beginning of Genesis to the end, or beginning of our Protestant, beginning of the Tanakh to the end. And so we know very well what Jesus considered to be scripture, and Enoch wasn't in it. The Apocrypha was not in it either. So, hey. I just said I wasn't going to make you guys sit through it, but at least I didn't make you guys sit through an extended response to him. I'll do that later on my own time. Let's see, it won't be impulsive. It's going to be a slow grind up to 72K. I'd rather it be impulsive because I have some shorts stacked up on a prop firm that I'm trading on right now, and I'll just tell you the exact levels. I have short positions stacked from as low as $67,035 all the way up to 70,000 until it goes lower. So okay. So here's what I just really want to get into, and then we'll go ahead and open up the charts here. But okay, so from the White House earlier today, this was 4 hours ago, but the tariff decision happened earlier. Let's see. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, so the Supreme Court ruled that the tariffs were illegal, right? And not that tariffs are illegal, but that the way that it's being used for revenue is illegal. And so it says the good news, this is 6 hours ago, the good news is that there are methods, practices, and authorities as recognized by the entire court that are even stronger than the IEEPA tariffs available to me as President of the United States. So what does IEEPA mean? Let me just look that up real quick. IEEPA. Okay, so IEEPA tariff measures reciprocal tariffs, fentanyl tariffs, Russian oil tariffs. Okay, but what is IEP? 5, International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Okay, well, effective immediately, all national security tariffs, Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs remain in place and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. Wow. Okay, and then we have this 6 hours ago. To show you how ridiculous the opinion is, the court said that I'm not allowed to charge even $1 to any country under IEEPA. I assume to protect other countries, not the United States, which they should be interested in protecting. But I am allowed to cut off any and all trade business with that same country, even imposing a foreign country destroying embargo and do anything else I want to do to them. How nonsensical is that? They're saying that I have the absolute right to license, but not the right to charge a license fee. What license has ever been issued without the right to charge a fee? That's true. The logic holds up. But now the court has given me the unquestioned right to ban all sorts of things from coming into our country, a much more powerful right than many people thought we had. Our country is the hottest anywhere in the world, but now I'm going in a different direction, which is even stronger than our original choice. As Justice Kavanaugh wrote in his dissent, quote unquote, although I firmly disagree with the court's holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward. This is because numerous other federal statutes authorize the president to impose tariffs and might justify most, if not all, of the tariffs issued in this case. Those statutes include, for example, the Trade Expansion Act of 1962, the Trade Act of 1974, and the Tariff Act of 1930. So that's really interesting. So when Trump said that, this whole tariff decision is going to be battled out in court for the next 5 years, that's not a joke. That's, it really looks like that's the case, because they basically ruled that he can't do it under one specific section, right? But he's saying that this is from Justice Kavanaugh, one of the justices that sit on the Supreme Court, and Kavanaugh is saying that basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other sections that could be appealed to justify the existing tariffs. So how long is it going to take them to rule out all of these? in the meantime, he is literally just going to keep doing what he's doing. In actuality, while I am sure they did not mean to do so, the Supreme Court decision today made a president's ability to both regulate trade and impose tariffs more powerful and crystal clear rather than less. There will no longer be any doubt, and the income coming in and the protection of our companies and country will actually increase because of this decision. Based on the long-standing law of hundreds of victories to the country, the Supreme Court did not overrule tariffs. They merely overruled a particular use of IEEPA tariffs. The ability to block, embargo, restrict, license, or impose any other condition on a foreign country's ability to conduct trade within the United States under IEEPA has become fully confirmed by this decision. In order to protect our country, a president can actually charge more tariffs than I was charging in the past under the various other tariff authorities, which have also been confirmed and fully allowed. Therefore, effective immediately, all national security tariffs, Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs remain in place and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we are also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. Wow, what a what a battle, man. This is crazy. Earlier, like right after the news broke that they ruled it illegal, the Treasury Secretary came out and basically said, hey, by the way, Trump has a backup plan for tariffs. So that is wild. He said, actually, Scott Bessent said, President Trump will always put national security and Americans first. And as I have said before, the president has multiple tools in his toolbox. Let's be clear, the court did not rule against this administration's tariffs. It only said IEEPA can't be used to raise revenue. We will immediately shift to other proven authorities, sections 232, 301, and 122, to keep our tariff strategy strong. Hey. So there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and hop on into the charts, shall we? Okay. If you guys have an altcoin that you want me to chart, just go ahead and drop it in the chat, and we'll get to that. So Cisco, I don't know about $72,000. Just because, let's also go ahead and draw, this new trend line on the daily here. Let's get rid of this blue line. And then let's go ahead and pull these other two lines out. So here's what I'm looking at. If we break out of this smaller pattern right here, we could go as high as that upper trend line, which is, you know, as high as $75,900. However, I'm not sure that we don't fail at the level of the trend catcher again, which would be $72,000 to your credit, Francisco. Like that's probably a good call. Like if we do pull out some more momentum on the lower time frames, we could get to 72. You know, on the 1 hour, Bitcoin has a strong buy signal right here, and take profit number one is sitting at $69,600. Take profit number two is sitting at $71,100. Guys, we know that Cisco tends to be about $500 off. So there's your price. You said 72. You said 72.7. Let's call it 72.2. No, I'm kidding. If you're doing it by percent instead of dollar amount, then like maybe let's just call it 72 on the dot. That's where the daily trend catcher is 72 on the dot. So I don't know. It might just go there. I don't really want it to, but it might. If it does, I don't care if it goes there. I just want it to do it quick, but we'll see. Now, okay, on the 1 hour, you know, stochastic RSI is getting high already. It's not overbought yet, but the hyperwave has flipped bearish. You know, it hasn't flipped bearish, it's been bearish, but you know, it's not doing anything noteworthy yet. So, you know, that's on the 1 hour. If we head on over to the 4 hour chart, four-hour stochastic RSI is high. I mean, it's at 97. So here's my test. Like, I like to short when the stochastic RSI is high on the 4 hour and the daily. It's high on the 4 hour. You know, it's up here at dang near 98. On the daily, it's up here at 87. It could go up some more, but I don't know how much more. You know, it's already been overbought for quite a while, and it started to turn over here, and then on today's pump, it peaked above the dotted line again. But all that tells me is that momentum is fizzling out. Like, all that tells me is that we're in the middle of like the last momentum squeeze on the daily to the upside. And wherever that ends up, it's probably our last squeeze up before we drop big. You know, so I mean, if we pump and stochastic RSI peaks up into the 90s, then wherever that pump stops between here and the trend catcher at $72,000, like wherever it stalls out in that range, you know, daily stochastic RSI is going to be well into the 90s. 4-hourly stochastic RSI is going to be screaming overbought the whole time. And all of that is a big recipe for a dump. So, I mean, we might squeeze this out. We might. It's hard to tell because, like, the 1 hour doesn't look insanely bullish. You know, 4 hours overbought. Like we still have a strong sell signal in place on the 4 hour. It just has yet to be confirmed by a red trend catcher. Right? Once that happens, I mean, your take profits are in play here on the 4 hour down at 62.9 and 59.6. So take profit on the daily is take profit number one. We've covered this a lot, but there's several good reasons why $54,900 is a great potential area to hold. Says go to the 1 hour, you'll see a wick. Let's see here. I mean, I see a lot of wicks, but like, I don't think there's no particular reason I think they have to fill. I mean, this one right here, definitely, but that's, at 68 too, that could fill. This one could fill right here, but it's at $70,000. I mean, potentially. I don't know. I don't. Not really seeing that. I mean, this looks double topish to me. Bam, bam. And I suppose we made a high. A lower low, and then we're not making a higher high yet. We could go up here, but then the question becomes, are we failing to make a higher high measured by this point back here? I don't know. There's a lot of, it could definitely do it. Like I see where it could do it, but man, like the Stokes on like all time frames would be like so overbought by that point. Let's see here. All right, let's go to CoinMarketCap and look at the top gainers and losers for the day. Share this tab instead. So on the last 24 hours, we've got Morpho up 14%, Layer 0 up 12%. You know, and Morpho was one of the top 3 gainers on the last 7 days. Layer 0 was actually one of the, it was actually the biggest loser on the last 7 days, but that's because it pumped over 140% in the last month, right? So of course it's going to come down. Let's take a quick look at both of those, Morpho and Layer 0. Dang, Morpho's just ripping. Plenty of room to move on the 1 hour. You know, Stokes are barely at neutral. It is overbought on the daily. But, you know, when I was looking at this last night, I believe, you know, I was basically saying that that Stokes can kind of come back down here to the dotted line and then pump up one more time. And that's kind of what we're seeing. When you look at the hyperwave, you see that exactly. Right? It flirted with flipping bearish, but now it flipped bullish again on the daily. And hyperwave is not above its dotted line yet. It has room to move, actually. So I think that the take profit is definitely in play here at $1.72. That doesn't mean that anyone should long, because you know, the risk reward ratio is not in your favor. You squeeze another 6% out of it, but your risk on the downside, let's just say even back down to the trend catcher, is 13%. You know, or back down to the trend line here is 23%. So like the risk reward ratio is not in your favor for this, even though I can look at it and say, hey, you probably squeeze out another 6%, but there's better ways to squeeze out 6%. You know, like there's just way better ways to do that. Let's look at Layer 0. Layer 0, on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, converging trend lines on the daily. You're right in the middle of it now, but like, $4 move away from the, well, yeah, 4% away from the bottom of the trend. But you're only a 10% move away, just a little over a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. If you want to play it like that, I can see why someone might, because, you know, Stokes are low, hyperwave is bullish. If you go to the 4 hour, You did have a buy signal come in on the 4-hour with a green trend catcher, but it's hit its take profit already, and Stokes are overbought, and Hyperwave is overbought. So what more do you want it to do? But when you come to the daily, Stokes are low, Hyperwave, shows that it could be bullish. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to trade against Luxalgo's sell signal with the red trend catcher. To me, this is most likely going to roll over, and take profit number one is in play at $1.05. So there you go on that. What's the better buy? ETH or buying BMNR? What is BMNR? Oh shoot, my chart wasn't on the screen. I'm sorry. BMNR. Bitmine Immersion Technologies. Dude, I don't know. Some market cap on this, 9.14 billion. I mean, from market cap alone, you'd have to say Bitmine Immersion Technologies, right? Oh, I mean, this is like not that old. It's probably going to go down as Bitcoin goes down, so I wouldn't buy either right now. Look, Bitmine Immersion Technologies. Oh, BMNR is trying to be the MicroStrategy of. Hey. Trying to be the MicroStrategy of ETH. Oh yeah. Bitmine Immersion Technologies is Tom Lee's company, right? So. Oh yeah,
I gotta change out my work shirt. I'm a working man now. I might keep it on a little longer.
Oh yeah, you said that right. Oh, you said that right there, GT. I get you. Yeah, it's Tom Lee's company.
Bitman, BitB. Zerkats! I just tried to derail Trent's train of thought. Did I succeed?
No, you didn't.
I did. I have a beer that I need to pop whenever you're done answering your thoughts.
I don't think it. I don't think it. If look, the right answer.
Did you say you don't think?
The right answer is to go heavier on ETH because it's proven. But look, if you want to allocate some of your Ethereum holdings to BMNR, I mean, I don't hate it. It's lower market cap, so it's lower market cap, so it can go higher. Hey, what's up, Mike Vollmer? Welcome on in.
Vollmer, Trent. You want to see my beer I got today, Trent?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Black Raven Brewery, Radical Times. Look at this can art, dude. I like this. Look at that. That's nice, man. It says Black Raven Brewing, Radical Times, IPA, player 1 with a bunch of numbers, player 2 with a bunch of numbers. It has this is a ping pong board, like, from the old computer games that we all played when we were kids, the old ping pong. That was only that was loaded into any computer games. Brewed in collaboration with Gigantic Brewing Company. Oh, so it's not just it's a collaboration series. It's running at 6.7%. Brewed with Crystal, Alora, Eldorado, and
Hey,
Central hops. Have you ever had a crystal? What does that even mean? Brewed
don't
with
know.
crystal, Alora, Eldorado, and Central hops.
I don't know.
Finally,
I don't think I've had that. Guys,
finally,
how did I get more sweat stains on my Cardano hat?
because you're worried about it going to zero. Finally, a beer that understands your greatest achievement is still the one that is multi-ball. You triggered by accident. Cheers to more radical times. Amen, brother. Milo ASMR pop. Trent, you want to see me pour it? You ever seen this? You ever seen it? Okay, I'm going to pour it just for you, Trent. Here we go. Look at that color, Trent. What do you think about that rich golden color? Oh, there you go. I didn't go up higher. I a little too much head, but we're just going to look at the color, so I'm going to put it up. Well, you can see my face through it. Whoa. Glass mirror.
It's an IPA?
Yeah, it's an IPA. It looks like almost like a lager, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because it's a West Coast IPA.
Yeah, I noticed yours are always like orange juice, and mine's are not.
Well, it's West Coast IPAs tend to have more clarity to them. I wouldn't want to say they're clear because a lot of them are not exactly clear the way that you think about a light beer. That one kind of is, but West Coast IPAs have higher bitterness, but they are also more crisp. And these bad boys, are not clear. That's why they're called hazy.
Yeah.
You can't see through them, but they're not nearly as crisp as a West Coast, but they're lower on bitterness, thicker on mouthfeel, and they pack.
This is more bitter.
Just a ton of flavor. Yeah, West Coasts are. They're bitter. I don't mind the bitterness, but I prefer it if I'm eating something. That way the food cuts the bitterness a little bit, and there's a trade-off there.
Well, it's interesting though, Trent, about this one is like I'm drinking it, right? And when I sip on it, it's really flavorful, and the bitterness doesn't come to like the aftertaste going down.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like kind of like a second it sits there, but as I'm sipping it in, it doesn't immediately hit me. It actually is a lot of explosions of actual flavor. Like I don't. It's hard to really exactly put my thumb on it.
Yeah.
That is good though. This would be good with pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you covered coin glass?
I've done no coin glass now, but I've looked at coin market cap top gainers. We've charted some stuff. I talked about tariffs.
So did you see this aftermath of the tariffs?
Yeah. So, the situation is basically that he's, I kind of discovered this live with everybody, but there's like several other sections that he has to be able to justify tariffs. Yeah. And the Supreme Court would have to rule every single one of them as invalid. That's why he was like, it's, this can be debated for 5 years. And, and in the meantime,
well, this is how long it took for that one, and they delayed it, and they delayed it, and they delayed it. It was like 4 months have gone by of delays.
Right. So the tariffs are going to continue happening. Right now they're just moving them all over to another section of code to justify them.
Well, did you see?
Because basically all the Supreme Court did was said that you can't use this one section 232 underneath this code to justify it. So he's like, okay, cool, I won't. There's like 5 other ones I can use.
Yeah. So. Did you see him do his angry tariff today?
Yeah.
A 10%.
Putting an extra 10% on.
He's taking his anger out on everybody.
Yeah. I wish it didn't have to be like that though, because we have some. Obviously, we have to have some allies that are closer than others. Like, I wish we didn't have to blanket tariff all of the even the countries we like. But
I have no problems with that because
Yeah.
my theory behind because India is an ally. India was charging us 160% tariff on milk.
Yeah.
We're an ally. Not just that we're like the greatest, most powerful of all the allies.
On milk? Don't we have our own milk?
Yes, but like just to bring it over or however it worked, that's what the tariff was. I mean, just an example. And then like, look at China. We can't even drive Chinese cars here. Like they have like, my friend was down there, like, dude, check out their van. Like the van's completely different than like the standard Honda and Toyota vans that we drive. And I was like, well, that is kind of trippy. You know? It's just kind of wacko, man, how everything works. I wanted, because it's Friday, Trent, you know what happens on Friday? We get the last ETF today. I'm kind of curious on seeing how Bitcoin did. Wow, I really didn't do a whole lot. Fidelity bought 23 million. That's it. Oh my goodness. And ETH is actually negative today. 21 shares bought, but Fidelity bought. You know, it's kind of funny. We should make a prediction market on of all of these hedge funds or exchanges. Which one is going to buy the most Bitcoin or Solana and kind of track them. Bitwise bought 3 million Solana though today. They bought a lot of Solana yesterday too. And then it doesn't look like anybody bought XRP. It just kind of, the numbers stayed the same from yesterday. Trent, I'm gonna chart something real quick since I came in kind of late. Guys, I told Trent I was gonna be late. You blame my manager, okay? I told him to help me today. I needed help. It was just a big day. He was like, we don't have any and you're fine. But he didn't know I had to poop so bad. I was driving that garbage truck like a bat out of hell. You've never seen me drive a garbage truck so fast.
I gotta run here any minute though and have dinner plans.
Do you?
In Mali, yeah.
Oh, but why? I wanted to look at this coin with you.
Look at that coin and then
how do you feel about Lin?
Lin, I don't know what it is.
It's the coin that Francisco was trading yesterday and he was like long in it. He made like some good gains out of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, just looking at it on that 1 hour, it does look like it's more down. It looks like we did peak right here on the money momentum wave, and it's been coming down, strength coming down, Stokes are coming down. We made a low and a slightly lower low with a price action to the downside.
That thing has a date with the 200.
Yeah, this looks like a good thing to short, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of looked like it could do something like this, very similar, and keep riding up. But the difference between here and here is this is money flow leaving versus this is money flow going in. Like, this is feeling pretty good for me to short throughout the weekend. Ooh, I like that 8 hour. Look at those 8 hour candles, Trent. Tell me those are not looking good to short.
Yeah, 21 moving average.
Yeah, those are looking spicy, man. Turnover. And we got a little bit of bearish div, because if I shrink this down like this, Trent, we can swing up to swing down.
Yeah.
There's some bearish div right now.
Yeah.
Also, Trent, I was going to tell you that if we get one more subscriber right now, I will drink this entire beer that I just poured to start off my Friday.
Hey.
That's what we need. One more. Where are we at right now? I actually have to swing over to actually look at it.
Well, can I leave you to cover Coin Glass with the people? I said I was going to be off at 6.
Someone subbed.
Someone
Let's
subbed.
Go. Did they really? No, they didn't. They were at 670.
Wait.
We were at 706. You said somebody sub. Let's freaking go.
Wait. Yeah, we're still at 706.
Yeah, it has to be within the next 5 minutes, guys, and I'll slam the entire thing.
Oh no, he just said someone sub.
And nobody go to an alternate account. That's cheating. We've had that happen before. Trent got wasted off that. And someplace hidden in a library.
And then the next day, YouTube just took those subs away. Like,
yeah. That was the greatest. That was pretty hilarious. And it was kind of like a shock to have him just be taken away. It was a learning experience, but it was great.
He told us he was doing it too. He was like, I got you right now. I got other accounts.
YouTube's tracking the IP address. All right, well, cool. I'll head over. I'll do a few coins while you go. As long
Okay.
as it reminds me of being in my work clothes. Like, I literally haven't had a shower or anything. I just came home. I was like, dude, let's go.
I'll finish my beer for you guys.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers, Trent. Deuces. Zerkas, Francisco, GT, Mike. Oh, yeah, let's cover some gainers, man. Okay, we'll head on over to CoinGlass. This is how I like to find my coins that I'm going to trade today. Check out the biggest gainers and losers today. Aztec, huh? Psypo, or Psyop Anime is also down again today. They had a big, they were swinging ups and downs pretty violently. Yeah, look at those drops. That looks like it's just drops, but then it rallies up, and those are pretty decent sized rallies. I wouldn't buy it, but it is there. MYX up another good day with another 26%. Let's freaking go at MYX. Layer Zero is another gainer today, up 14%. Everything seems pretty well balanced, actually, besides some outliners. You know, like the lowest is like 11%. We come over here, and we hit that pretty quick. What's actually nothing? We could take a look at Orca. Wow, silver rallied up today. Holy cow, silver's at $84. Brett's kind of trying to move. Knight's down today after its giant rally it had yesterday. It was up 11-12% yesterday. Gave back 4% today. Oh, here's Lynn. Lynn's down negative 4%. Yeah, it might be time to short it, man. That could be a good one for us. Bear is down. Let's take a look at Akash. I want to take a look at Orca. They were some big boys yesterday. I have to check to see if anybody subbed. I don't think anybody subbed. All right, sweet. I'm in the clear then. I'm gonna call it. Say I'm in the clear. Well, it would be on though. I'm cool like that. I'm kosher. Where the hell is Orca? There's the O's. I like scrolled past like 20 times. Yes, we knew it was getting overheated. We've been eyeballing it. I think it still has more to give too. Oh yeah, it's eyeballing that dollar level. Let's get it, man. That's a 10% move. Coming in right now for Orca. It's been coming down with fighting the 21 on the 6 hour, 12 hours, bounced off the 200. Ooh, bouncing off the 200, danger zone right there, man. We don't want to fall through it, but it just might. Daily time frame is just about to get a red dot. VWAP's coming down, Stokes RSI are red. We've ejected off the 200 on the daily time frame. Nice. Might wait a little bit, give it like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let some of this green momentum wave run its rally. Maybe come up to the 50 MA, set a short position, opened up at $1.15. Could be good. Look, oh, what's up, Francisco? You got Kite? Yeah, let's cover some Kite, man. Usually the Orca, we'll cover Kite, and then you see Lynn. Lynn looks like it's looking like a prime one to short, but you're crazy, man. You're doing like 30x leverage. You're hardcore. You're after those gains. You'll make them whether you want them or not. Where's Kite at? There it is. I knew it was someplace. Oh yeah, 15-minute makes a lower high. Get them short gains, man. Money flow kind of ticked up on the 1 hour view. I was trying to get a reversal. It's trying to bounce off that 50 MA. But the 4 hours like, nah, bro, you need to chill out. You need to chill out, come back down to reality, come back down to that 20, 23, 24 cent level. Maybe even come back down to the 50 at 22. 6 hours also saying red dot come down. We need to chill out for a moment. Stokes RSI strength coming down. Money flow was increased pretty heavily right there. Might be coming flat. Maybe this was our peak right there. Slow, a little bit of money flow, just slightly down. I'm feeling short on it now. I'm feeling it. I wasn't quite feeling it yesterday. I wasn't unsure. I like to get my convictions in. It feels pretty good now. What was another one? It was Orcas. Shoot, what was it? I don't remember. I'm looking at Dash though. Dash on 1 hour got a red dot. 4 hour, woo, red dot, but the 4 hour still looks tasty, man. Dash is coming in with some gains. out of nowhere. Money flow is still increasing too. But stocks are side looking good. 12-hour also got the green dot. Also didn't make a lower low. Almost did, but did not. Maybe some more movement to the upside and coming in dash. Doji candle trend reversal. Oh yeah. What the heck was that? The OP's still down. OP was looking so gross yesterday. We thought OP would continue too. That was so gross yesterday. Golly, dude. Golly Gemini. Dude, OP's been getting its butt handed to it. Is it still alive? Like, why is it down so much? Does anybody know? I mean, like, granted, all crypto's down, but dude, optimism looks particularly bad. I never wanted to get into optimism because I thought it was too inflationary, which I felt like I was missing gains early on. Dude, OP looks dead at AF, Mike. Like, dude, look at that, dude. It's at an all-time low. It's an all-time low. This is the last bear market. It's just dead, bro. It's so bad. And you think about other layer twos like Pole. I thought Pole was dead. I still think Pole is dead. I really don't like Pole. Because Pole's also, I guess in it, Optimism's defense is kind of catching up to Pole, Polygon. I mean, Polygon's pretty down there too. Even Loop Ring looks really dead. But I think we looked up Loop Ring. They're still posted on Twitter. Arbitrum's really dead. Arbitrum's really down too. It's pretty crazy, man. I just have never been a big layer 2 guy. You know, layer 2s, I was like, why would I buy a layer 2 when crypto's so new and better layer 1s are coming out every single day? Like, are we just going to jam everything on top of Ethereum? It just never quite made sense in my mind. That's the way I never got it. Ripple was a big target for my position, closed because I moved my stop loss too close into profit. Dude, I've done that so many times. Layer 2s are done for. Dude, right, Mike? It makes sense, especially after seeing Sui come out and doing it. Is Sui did a run? And I love Solana. I think Solana is it's a great. Well, I should let me rephrase that. I think Solana is going to be around for the long run. I like Dino coins. I like things that have proven that they have the survival track record. I like things that have a giant reserves and cash flow that aren't going anywhere. Like Cardano. I don't think Cardano is going anywhere. I don't care how bad it gets beaten down. They got so much money in the reserves. I think they're A-okay. Same with the XRP and BNB. I love Hedera. I love Algo. You know, these are like some of my favorite ones right here. LCX is I'm not too familiar with, but I was been looking into SHX. It's a DeFi, or it's a DEX on top of Stellar Lumens. It's kind of been on my radar. I love Crow. I don't think Crow's dead. I don't know what the heck you build on top of Crow. Why you build on top of Crow, but I think the utility's there, and there always seem to be coming out new things for the utility. I hate when things go through a rebrand, but you know, at least it's never going past this level right here. It always comes back to it like a boomerang. Shoots up, just sell, man. Sell all the green candles up. I think Crypto.com's got its name. Ondo, it was the flavor of the week. That being said, I do think it has a lot going for it with RWAs. I think it's one of the leaders, you know. I think you could be buying it at a steal right now. Though, Mike, I do think that we will have more price action to the downside, especially when you look at total on the weekly time frame. Our previous bear market, you know, we broke below the 200, and right now we could still break below the 200. And doing that, that's 150 billion. Buy altcoins. You know, if you don't have reserves to survive that, dude, you're gonna look dead for a while. So that's why I'm thinking, and I was thinking it's going to last a while, because when I look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, you know, I talked about this a couple of different times, is I like to compare this giant red candle we have right here, this little big boy with a wick, nice wick that comes down just below the 200. You guys can't really see it, I guess. I thought you could, but maybe you can't. I like to compare it to this candle right here, this big boy right here with a nice wick just below the 200. This happens to be in May. And this is kind of how I feel with the cycle right now. We kind of have that double top and lower high. You kind of say this is top, this is top, this is lower high. So I'm comparing it to that. And then I like to think that we're partly into the bear market. Like I think the bottom's close. I do think we have one leg down. If we get that next leg down, from this price point up here, we were at 37,000 at a peak, and we came down, like 15.5 is what we came down to for Bitcoin. So now I like to look over at here. We're at 68,000 right now here. We legged down, we got another wick down, we go just below the 200. I've been calling for 48K. So I think we might come just below the 200. It's kind of hard to compare like distances from that wick. You guys can't really see it, so you just have to take my word for it. We're coming in right here on that wick. So we come over here. I think we'll come in just below it, like, maybe we'll only hit 52,000, 50,000. But I think that right there, I think we're right nick close to the bottom. I really think 48K, could be it. There was I did this whole thesis on Bitcoin's price. I talked about this yesterday, so you guys could hear me regurgitate it again. That 2 years ago, I was looking at the average price of Bitcoin mined, and I was reflecting on it. And during the previous bear market, it was 24,000, and we bottomed at 15.5. So we doubled that with the halving cycle. Now we're at the average price of 48,000. Now, if you think about it, and you're trying to just go off of like history, we went below, I don't think we'll go below 30%, but like, obviously we dropped down from 24 to 15, or I would say 16, 8,000 was the bottom. So now I'm thinking in my head, if 48,000 is the average price for Bitcoin, you could say hypothetically make an example of 40,000, maybe 38,000 could be the bottom, and that could be the bottom. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know what? If I buy it at 48K and it goes down to 40, I'll probably buy again at 40, and then that'll be the bottom, and it just kind of goes up around there, hangs out around 50, 60 for a while, and starts working its way up. Now that layer 2 won't be around, we will see money flowing into layer 1s. I agree, man. I agree, especially scalable layer 1s. Layer 1s. Oh, excuse me, man. I don't understand why BNB could be so high and yet crypto.com not have any momentum like BNB did. I just don't know why. What was that another coin we were going to look at? I got distracted with optimism. There was another one we were looking at. Do you remember Francisco yesterday? OG's pumping. That's interesting. What the heck were we looking at yesterday, dude? Frick me. Well, that's OM. We did look at OM. That was one of the ones we covered. But that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Shoot. I closed my trade out on Pippin. I gotta post a picture in the Discord of it, dude. I closed out at 85%, 80%, I think. But those good gains, man. I'm happy about that. And now I gotta find another short, which it looks like it might be Lyn, LYN. I might short that too. This might be an interesting coin to take a look at. Look, it was dead for a long time. Red. It's been a long time since I looked at red. Ontology was up from the biggest gainers off that wick right there 3 days ago. That was crazy. Siren, where are we at on Siren? Dude, Siren's been one of those ones, man. I keep thinking it's gonna turn over, dude. It just hasn't happened, dude. Look at that. It's breaking out its Bart Simpson, dude. What? It broke up? You kidding me? What the heck, dude? I thought for sure I was gonna break down to the 200. Oh, I love it. You have to dig into it. Let's dig into it. All right, dude. Woof. That beer's hitting me quick, man. I haven't had anything to eat today. Nada, man. Being a garbage guy, dude. I'm just like, get in, get out. You know, I was getting pretty irritated because my pinchers, because how we grab the cans, we pinch the cans, we dump them. But freaking, dude, this new style truck, they designed it for a front load. So usually, like when you dump like a Burger King garbage can, you stick your forks in there and you fork the can and you tip it up and you dump it like that. Well, that's the style of my truck. And they're like, well, let's modify this truck and use it for residential, like individual homes. And so they had this bright idea. So they give me one of those yellow boxes that holds the garbage where we dump it, and first off, it didn't fit into like my truck. We have backup cameras, like they call them hopper cameras, so I could they record stuff. Well, the first time they dumped it, it was so tight up there, they broke the camera off when they dumped the container. And they're like, oh no. Okay, so what they did is they added like some spacers to kind of shift things around to get the sensors all right. But now I'm like really snug going in and out, and I don't have a camera anymore. But when I go to grab a can, the pinches that they gave me to grab the cans, the fingers are too long on them, and so they keep grabbing my cylinder. I'm like, dude, I can't get it off my arm, and I was bending my pinches. I was so dumb. Chloe, yes, that was it. Yeah, we were looking at Chloe. I have to go take a look at Siren. Rick, man, bounced off that 21. That was a nasty wick right there, and it just kept going, dude. I should have sold him that wick. It's just crazy, man. I can't like rightfully tell you long this because I don't believe that. I think it's going to reverse at any point. So maybe I'm wrong, but I can't say in my rightful spirit take that long. Let's look at Chloe. Chloe. I don't know if it was Chloe, but I know we talked about it. It was one of the ones that we were talking about. We've been watching the last couple of days. Wow, I don't know how I feel about Chloe. Kind of like a scary spot if I really stretch this out to kind of make heads or tails of it. It's like rejecting off the 21. And the momentum's coming in, and it's not getting a whole lot of traction right there. Oof. You got a red dot coming in on the 12-hour. Dude, I hope it doesn't free fall out of this. It could, though. 4-hour. Dude, look at that, dude. Imagine, why did you short this, Francisco? Man, this would have been a nice short right there. Holy cow. They have it on BidFi. That would have been a good short. Bless. Wasn't Bless. Dude, what the heck were we looking at yesterday? Wasn't ICP, Jelly My Jelly. There's Lynn. Lynn does look pretty good though. I am eyeballing the short on Lynn. For sure. I'll probably open one tonight. I'm gonna open one up tonight. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'll post it in the Discord. Turbo THQ has been a while, man. We haven't seen THQ in a while. Holy cow. That wick. Man, I hope DZ got out on that wick, man. If he caught that wick, dude, that would have been crazy. That is what the hell type of wick is that? Oh, I gotta zoom in. How long did that wick last? That wick was not even 5 minutes long. I gotta really rewind it. I didn't mean to do. Let's do 2 minutes. 3 minutes. I can see more. Where's it at? Where's that wick at? That wick was literally one order. It filled a lot of orders up. Somebody believed in it. Where the heck is that? There it is. Wow. I wonder if somebody actually added the 0 when they were buying it and didn't realize it. What about Theta? You guys big Theta fans? I remember Theta back in the day, dude. That was like so hot in the last bull market. I remember Crypto Lifer was talking about streaming. He wanted to get a Theta stream key. He's like, guys, I gotta get me a Theta key. And what a night! It's really slow. Did you long MYX, Francisco? I was kind of nervous about it, man. I know it's crazy. I probably should have told people long it, but dude, I was like, there was no floor below it. It was like if it free falled, it was gone. Well, yes, I didn't really make a terrible decision because it was at what $1.25. I think so. It kept going before it actually made some gains. 4 hours got some traction. I wonder if people are just trading this right now because it was so hot for so long, and like it's on everyone's radar right now. I don't even know what the heck this does. I just know that everybody was trading it for a fat minute there. I'm gonna have to go probably pretty soon because I got home so late. Literally, I came on straight to my work for my work clothes. I still need to take a shower and say hi to my boys for their bedtime. I only got a few more minutes, but I want to keep looking for that coin. What the hell were we looking at, man? Theta is so 2021. Mike, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day. It is so 2021. Dude, it was though. I think that was so 2021. That's what I mean, man. Like a lot of these coins, you know, I always thought coins were gonna die because of regulation. Now I think they're gonna die just because they're either one, not popular anymore, or two, the utility didn't keep up. Theta makes me think of the difference between Zoom and Skype. Why did people go to Zoom? Is because people stopped using Skype. You know, that's how I feel about Theta. There's something better out there. And I'm not trying to slam it, but this is what I think. 2021 was such a good bull run, though. Those were the days, dude. Those were such good days. I still think that we're going to get a really good bull run. You know, I always had this theory that this was going to be the super cycle. Like kind of everybody else kind of had it. I think we might be one cycle off. And I'm not just trying to sound crazy because I think we got a lot of regulations coming into the market. Like that we have legitimate regulations coming. Like stuff is changing. And I think that is going to be huge for crypto. So, you know, maybe next bull run. Maybe this is like a shorter bear market. I could see that too, and we can start pumping sooner than later. Especially we get through the midterms. I mean, think about it. You go, oh, we're in the bear market. Well, we've been in the bear market, right? 125 was the height, and then ever since 125, we've been in the bear market. We're halfway through the bear market now. We need less coins for that to happen. Too many useless coins, dude. I know we need less coins. We need something that grinds coins up and pays people stables. That way they could go put it in other projects, like a burner garbage disposal. Mike, you seem like a gentleman that has lots of wisdom. I just discovered this last week. My garbage disposals quit working. And I rent right now. My landlord's like, we should call a plumber. I'm like, I don't think it's that simple. Well, the plumber came out there and he looks underneath the garbage disposal, and there's literally a red button on the bottom of the garbage disposal that is like a breaker. I did not know that. You know, I fix all my cars, but I thought the garbage disposal had no power. And I'm like, I checked the breaker, I checked the switches. I'm like, I think it got old and died, man. That's all I think it happened. But then apparently there's a little breaker on the bottom. And like, what triggered that? Apparently you're not supposed to put lemons in there. Dude, that would be awesome for crypto. I don't know how the functionality of that. I'm going to ask Grok if there's a way to make that profitable and see if that's a thing. Because that would be great. You just throw all the dead coins in there, grind them out, man. Hey, I don't know how the liquidity would work. Maybe it'd be like, you know, I got it, Mike. I got it. What it could do, it could be like a Coinstar machine, but for crypto. You put your coins in there, it takes 20% of the profit and it pays you the rest, but it gets rid of your coins. Huh? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll call it the Coinstar token. I like this. This is a good idea. And all that money could go right back into tokens. You know what it is too? I don't know. I'm brainstorming right now. Maybe what it is, it's kind of like an IOU, and like there's like a tracker or whatever. When you go put that coin into another project, like I'll pay you X amount of money, but when you buy your token, I get a portion of your fees. You know, like a steep. It's steep. You know, it's like a loan. You go buy ADA and it goes up to whatever amount with the money that I gave you. I get 20% when you sell it, or something like that. I don't know. It has to be crypto related because it's not exactly like a Coinstar, but it is a Coinstar idea. Dude, this is a good idea. I just brainstormed that, man. Yeah, I like that idea. I wonder if you could do that. I'm gonna ask Grok that right now. Grok, come over here. Slide my beer around so I don't knock it over. Can hypothetically, sorry, I was distracted. Life is it's on my Twitter. Hypothetically, could you make a Coinstar machine version for crypto and be profitable? And how so? And how so, if you can? I misspelled hypothetical, so I have to. Oh, I didn't misspell it. I just needed that space. Yeah, seriously, I love that. I like it too, man. See what Grok says. It's smarter than me. Got a bunch of PhD ideas, or made by a bunch of PhD people. Dude, do you know how popular that'd be? That coin would shoot through the roof. That'd be like a top 10 thing. Coins. It would be, dude. Everybody would be using it, at least for like a month, and then it might fall out a little bit. But for that first month, dude, you'll be eating all sorts of meme coins. Useless coins. It would be really interesting to take like almost like predictions on like what coins would you. Somebody would throw a coin in there that they thought was dead. Like, let's just say I'm going to throw a coin at the Brett or Bonk. People throw a coin in there, or even like Cardano. And you're like, why would you think that was dead? What were you thinking? You know? Or people would make it like a burner wallet. You throw that in there. It's like a permanent burner wallet for everybody. Bro, make that coin. You would be rich AF, right? I don't even know how you would make it, though. Oh, okay. So, hang on. I'm going to share this instead. Yeah, mine Crypto Life. So it says, yes, hypothetically, and a version of this already exists in the real world. I don't want the real world. With room for even more specialized pure coin to crypto upgrade that would be profitable. Coinstar, the classic green kiosks in grocery stores, already lets you turn cash into crypto at thousands of locations. Whoa, hold on. I understand that. We might need to redirect Grok. It might be getting derailed. You create a quick. No. I don't care about that. Here's what those. Well, thank you, Grok. I know what those machines look like. But your idea is even cooler. A true Coinstar style machine where you literally dump loose coins, pennies, nickels, and dimes and quarters and get crypto directly. No. I want like meme coins, Grok. No voucher, no cashier step, no extra trip that doesn't fully exist yet. Current Coinstar crypto made is popular for paper bills, while coin counting hopper is separate, but 100% buildable and could be profitable. Niche business. No. I don't. No. It doesn't understand yet. I'm gonna have to dial this in. I'm gonna be thinking about this because this could be a really good idea. For somebody out there watching this, guys, if anybody out there has this idea and makes it before me, just remember that it was my idea first. Facts. I'm right now. What's it called? I'm patenting this idea right now on 2/20/2026 on this YouTube channel. Facts at 6:40 p.m. So there you go. All right. Back to reality. We got one coin left, guys, and I'm not gonna bounce. That brainstorm took all my time. Okay. Mike, you know a bunch of people. Pass that idea around. Let anybody know that what they think about it, because I think that could be a really good idea. That is a really good idea, though. I'm sure somebody else has already had it, but was it Ape? Clash of Clans. Mike, do you mod for George at all? Definitely will. Yeah. Do you mod for George Cryptos RS? That was a letdown, bro. I remember buying it. Yeah, I mod for him. Oh, dude, that's sick, man. Dude, I love George. He's such a funny guy. He cracks me up, dude. He made me laugh. What's it, yesterday? Yeah, I can't remember what he was talking about. Oh, he was talking about, yeah, I do. He was talking about the fiat dollar, and he was like, dude, I've spent the last 4 years learning about how money works. And what was he saying? He was, maybe was it today? He was telling everybody about fiat, how every 250 years fiat gets reevaluated and it dies off. I'm like, no, George, no, it's sooner than that. It's like every 100 years. They print into oblivion, man. They print the dollar into oblivion. I was talking to somebody. I used to work at Boeing, and they thought even at Boeing the dollar is still backed by gold. I'm like, dude, that just tells you people aren't woken up yet to precious metals. Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna look at something. What are we gonna look at, guys? Ontology. That's 2021 right there, dude. Ontology, frick, dude. That was old school, man. I got that on I didn't buy it. I looked at Voyager. Dude, What do I want to look at, dude? SPX. Oh my gosh, dude. SPX is 32 cents. I remember it was back over. Where am I at? The weekly? Dude, I remember SPX was at like $1.25, and we had this guy come in our chat named Jordan. He was a really cool dude. But he kept telling us that it was going to go to like $10 and he was going to make millions off it. And it was like his third bull run. Dude. Didn't get there, man. Just like everybody else bull market cut short. Dude, it's at an all-time low. Oh my gosh, dude. I had some friends swear up and down on this. Dude, people got to really recognize the flavor of the week, man. Oh my gosh, my poor friends. That's a shame. Hey, I'll do MYX. Oh, wait. Hey, Mike, do you know? Oh, of course you know. Elio Trades, do you mod for Elio? Or do you know what happened to his black hole coin? Because I used to like follow it on the indicators, and all of a sudden it's gone now. And then he's swapping over like to another DeFi project on Ethereum. And we looked at MYX already. Let's look at Render. Render was pumping. I don't mod for him. Well, he doesn't really do lives. You know, I noticed that it's like some people do a lot of pre-records and some people do a lot of lives. It's hard to do both. Well, at least for us, you know, we to edit it, we don't have the capability right now financially just to have editors afterwards. But we'll get there. I'm excited to be like both, man. I want to be just like a calmer version of BitBoy. That's what I want. Less erratic. Dude, I loved BitBoy. He was so fun, man. He was so fun. That definitely looked like a lower high to me on the 1 hour render. That's weird. It's the cat ears too. I don't like the cat ears. Just come up. That's danger zone. That's not a weird 5 hour. I didn't mean to go to the 5 hour. 4 hours doesn't look that bad. 1 hour doesn't look great. 6 hour looks very double toppy. Eesh. Money flow is still increasing though. Oh gosh, that looks so gross. I gotta change the screen over here. Lifer, I've seen him like with his shirt off like 82 times right now because I have too many screens open. Dude, I'm gonna look at, you know what's gonna be a fun one? We're gonna look at Will Liberty Finance. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, dude, I keep getting that coin in my head that I'm talking about, Francisco, and I keep losing it. Let's check out Will Liberty. It'd be a fun one to do because all the tariff talk. Whiff. Dude, Whiff was also the flavor of the week. You remember when like Ben said that Whiff? It's like an all-time low. I forgot to share my screen. Look at Whiff, man. Oh my gosh. You remember when Ben said Whiff and Myro were going to be like the top meme coins of last cycle? Holy cow, dude. Oh, 23 cents. That's so sad. Okay, Will Liberty got distracted. Oh my goodness, Will Liberty's been down too, dude. Wow, it launched and was up 40 cents. Now it's at 11. Doji candle though, possible trend reversal on the weekly. We don't have much data market cipher. The 3-day looks bullish. 5 days getting there. 2-day Stokes with green strength's good. I kind of like that. The 2-day looks pretty good. They also said Ben was going to be in the top 5. Dude, I know, bro. I couldn't get behind Ben. I actually bought Ben back in the day when they were like, everybody was trying to figure out what Ben's coin that he was going to pump, that meme coin. I didn't know it was BAM, but we bought Ben thinking it was BAM, and I think everybody else did like super early, and Ben was going up, and then we found out it was BAM, so we swapped it to BAM, and then we lost it all on BAM. I was actually held Ben for like another month before, because he went over and bought it from Ben.eth for an absurd amount. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy, man. That was a little egotistical, I think, to be able to buy a coin after yourself and then buy the liquidity pool. That is stupid money, dude, to spend on that, especially if you think where he was trying to go. You know, and he had vision though. I give him that, dude. That guy had vision like nobody I've ever seen. But I would have rather put that money elsewhere. It would have been better. Will Liberty, man. Yeah, why not, dude? I like this. This could actually keep going. I like how it's breaking through the 50. Momentum's still doing good. View up still curvature. Strength Stokes are also good. 4 hour, yeah, we're just about to get a higher high. If we double top, then it's donezo. But what I'm thinking it could do, we could create, you know, a whoopsie-doo up to the 200. You know, we might get a little 10% move out of this. Dude, how do I keep clicking the 5 hour? Throwing me off, man. Yeah, that was been pretty good, dude. I like this. Let's go with Liberty. All right, guys. I'm going to go jump in the Discord. I got to go eat. I haven't eaten today. I got to go kiss my wife. I haven't kissed her yet either. I bought a bunch of groceries. We went to Costco. Hey, you guys ever been to Costco, man? It's like one of my favorite stores. I used to work there. I worked there 7 years. I know all the tricks, man. I know how to get in and out of the lines. I know every single little deal they got where they like to hide them. I got the tricks, man. But, yeah, I'm going to jump in the Discord. I'm going to post a link to the Discord in here. I got to load it up real quick. We're going to put a short in on Lyn, L-Y-N. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to see how it's going to play out. And then I got to post my win, dude, up 80% on that short on Pippin. We knew that was coming. I think it's still going to get more gains out of it. Here's that link, copy. There it is. I'm posting it in the chat. Here we go. All right. I'm going to thank everybody for coming on in. Thank you, Mr. Mike. It's great talking to you, sir. It's fun. It's always a fun to talk to you too, because you got in like I started modding right around the time I got in. I got in around late 2020, mid 2020. So it's like, dude, it's like you're like my friend. Like I know you. Like you're my homie. Francisco, I love seeing you, dude. You got some fire trades, dude. Good for you, dude. I gotta jump in some of those with you. Miss Crazy 38x leverage. No real meta today. Zerkas, thanks for coming in. Zerkas at JFX Music. Bummer trying to be a micro strategy of ETH. I think he's going to do pretty good, though. I do. I think Tomlin's going to do well. Thank you for coming on in, Mr. Music. GT, thank you for coming on in, hanging out with the Brew Crew today. And Zerkas, how's the Brew Crew going, dude? We are doing so good, man. It's the weekend. We're going to go chill out, relax, enjoy the family and life. We're going to stream tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going to come on in the stream because I got some friends coming over at 1 p.m. I'm going to probably get up at 9. I make homemade breakfast for the fam. It's going to be good. Probably make Swedish pancakes. I make a strawberry slurry I like to put on it. Oh, so good, dude. I might do that. And then, yeah, I'll probably get on after that. So we'll probably aim for 11 to noon tomorrow. Have a little shorter stream and then hang out with everybody. So, hey, stay blessed. I cannot talk. Stay blessed. Be blessed. T-Square out. Peace, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for coming on in. Grant, thank you for starting the show. Without me, I was running late. I appreciate you. You always got my back, and you're a good friend, and I appreciate you. So